reorganization work session, regular meeting of the Township Council is called to order. In accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, be advised that adequate notice of this reorganization work session, regular meeting of the Township Council for the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, was made by the posting on a bulletin board at the municipal complex and transmitted to the officially designated newspapers a list of dates annually indicating that this reorganization work session regular meeting would take place at the Franklin Township Municipal Complex at 7 p.m. and be on time on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2017. In addition, a copy of this notice is and has been available to the public and is on file in the office of the municipal clerk. We will now have a flag ceremony and Pledge of Allegiance by Boy Scout Troop 154.
Are
we supposed to stand?
everybody ready for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, my friend Bryce is going to sing the Pledge of Allegiance. National Anthem.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stars and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, as we watched with so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, heaven's bursting in air, yet through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fall out.
Where's our new deputy mayor? Oh, I get it. I'm missing a chair. All right. Thank you. Please remain standing for an invocation by Councilman Chase.
As we gather here tonight, as members of the Township Council, we pray that we are ever mindful of opportunities to render our service to fellow citizens and to our community, keeping in mind always the enduring values of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which future generations can build with confidence. Let us continue to strive to make a better township and a better world. Amen.
Amen. Madam Master Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Chase.
Here.
Councilwoman Francois. Mayor Kramer.
Here.
Councilman Oni Jaka.
Here.
Councilman Prasad.
Here.
Councilwoman Robinson.
Here.
Councilwoman Sherman.
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella.
Here.
Councilman Wright.
We now have commendations and proclamations, of which we have one by Councilman Vasanella for recognizing the Eagle Scouts of Troop 154.
A little easier to do it that way. So, being a council person, it's a lot of work, but with it comes some privileges, and one of those is when one of us feels that there's an outstanding achievement or service by someone within the community, we try to acknowledge them. And that's what we're here to do tonight. And I'm proud and honored to be able to acknowledge 5 Eagle Scouts from Troop 154. There's, I believe, 4 Boy Scout troops in town, all wonderful troops. 154, 156, 113, and 195. Hope I'm not missing anybody. 135, I'm sorry, thank you. So, and 100. And there's representatives from all those troops. Thank you. Although I was involved with scouting for a long time, many decades ago, I'm still getting used to it now. My son just elevated from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, so I apologize for the troops that we're not aware of. Anyway, so we're here tonight to recognize 5 Eagle Scouts from Troop 154. And they're very short, but there's 5 distinct different projects that they did, so I'm just going to read those real quickly and ask them to come up after I read them. And just to let people know in the audience and watching on TV, although the culmination of their work to become an Eagle Scouts usually is a community service project, and we've acknowledged a lot of those projects here before, but what some people might not know is several years of a lot of work, learning survival skills, learning about your community, getting merit badges, learning first aid. I can go on and on and on. But seriously, it's not just about one project or 1 year. This is many, many years of dedication to the community, to each other, and to the scouting spirit. So I don't want to keep going on. We're just going to read these, and the scouts, please come up once you're ready. Thank you. Commendation. Whereas the Eagle Scout Award is the highest honor which can be attained within the ranks of the Boy Scouts, and whereas Brendan Chesner is a member of Boy Scout Troop 154 in Franklin Township and has attained such award. And whereas Brandon's project consisted of building a bocce court and a horseshoe pit at the Hillsborough Township Senior Center, and in addition, he used the excess dirt to divert water runoff from the backyard. Therefore, we, James Vasanella, Councilman, and Philip Kramer, Mayor of the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, and the State of New Jersey, on behalf of the entire Franklin Township Council and the citizens of the Township of Franklin, do hereby commend Brandon Chesner for the honor he has bestowed upon his community, Boy Scout Troop 154, family and friends, as a recipient of the Eagle Scout Award. Right there as we bring up. Well, you can smile for them. You'll have a chance to grab a few photos for sure when we, why don't you stay up here and we can get through these, and 5 of you guys can be together here. You spend a few years together, you can spend a few more minutes together. Whereas the Eagle, if you have to, whereas the Eagle Scout Award is the highest honor which can be attained within the ranks of Boy Scouts, whereas Adam Tamari is a member of the Boy Scout Troop 154 in Franklin Township and has attained such an award. And whereas Adam's project consisted of creating a 90-foot brick walkway which made a courtyard handicap accessible at the Somerset Presbyterian Church. In addition, he painted all of the columns, removed hazards, added new mulch, and built a wooden cross for the prayer garden area in the courtyard, resulting in helping the church community utilize a space that was not being used for church gatherings and community outreach. Therefore, we, James Vasanella, and Councilman, and Philip Kramer, Mayor of Franklin, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, and the entire council and the citizens of Franklin Township commend Adam Tamari for the honor he has bestowed upon his community, Troop 154, his family, friends, and a recipient of the Eagle Scout Award. See here? Whereas Eagle Scout is the highest honor which can be attained in the ranks of Boy Scouts, whereas Brendan M. Bellick is a member of Boy Scout Troop 154 in Franklin. Whereas Brandon's project consisted of the installation of a new pergo floor over the old tile floor in the Nature Center at Oak Springs Girl Scout Camp, as the main goal of the project was to make the floor in the Nature Center more accessible and safe to use, along with the addition of door transitions and moldings along with a level floor. Therefore, we, James Vasanella, Councilman, and Philip Kramer, Mayor, along with the entire council and the citizens of Franklin, hereby commend Brandon Bellick for the honor he's bestowed his community, Boy Scout Troop 154, his family, friends, as a recipient of Eagle Scout Award. As you can see from their sashes and their uniforms, these guys don't fool around. I know personally they've gone on many, many outings, week-long camps, weekend camping trips, and quite a bit of other activities, learning quite a bit of skills, and also turning around and teaching those skills to new scouts. That's something I forgot to mention that the Eagles Scouts also do. Whereas the Eagle Scouts, the highest honor can be attained in the ranks of Boy Scouts, whereas Joseph Richter is a member of Boy Scout Troop 154 in Franklin Township and has attained such an award. Whereas Joseph's project consisted of helping organize the beautification of a senior citizen picnic grove, which was once virtually non-existent, which included a new sign, 21 tons of gravel, new plants, refurbished picnic tables, resulting with the grove becoming a beautiful place for all members of the community. Therefore, I, James Vasanella, along with our mayor, Philip Kramer, the Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, and on behalf of all of the council and citizens of the township, recognize Joseph Richter for the honor he's bestowed upon the community, Troop 154, his family and friends, as a recipient of the Eagle Scout Award. Okay. Last one. Whereas Eagle Scout's the highest honor which can be attained in the ranks of Boy Scouts. Whereas Albert Kraus is a member of Boy Scout Troop 154 in Franklin Township and has attained such an award. Whereas Albert's project consisted of clearing away the old Little League sign and putting up a new one, as well as consisting of clearing away the old bushes and shrubbery and doing much needed landscaping work to the entrance of the Little League fields, providing a welcoming environment for young people throughout Franklin Township and southbound Brook, and serve as a reminder of the greatness which small local organizations can provide to their communities and the power of giving back to those organizations. Therefore, we, James Vasanella, Councilman of Franklin, and Philip Kramer, Mayor, along of Township of Franklin, County of Somerset, along with the entire council and the citizens of the Township of Franklin, hereby commend Albert Kraus for the honor he has bestowed upon his community, Boy Scout Troop 154, his family and friends, as a recipient of the Eagle Scout Award. So we're going to be quick, but if anybody would like to say thank you or any mention, by all means, this is your moment. You guys worked really hard for it, so.
So I guess I'll just make this quick. I just like to extend my thanks to everyone who supported me over these past couple of years. My friends, family, peers, mentors, teachers, everyone as a combination has just done so much for me, and I'm very thrilled and very thankful that I could be a part of this community and be a member of the Eagle Scout community and just give back and just be a part of something where I know that I've made an impact and I have been positive in someone's life. So thank you.
All right, so I'm Joey. I just want to say thank you from everyone, especially Troop 154, because I did this project when I was 14. Need a lot of help, especially with a lot of physical labor. So all the volunteers that helped out and everyone who mentored me and helped me out throughout the years wouldn't have been here without you. Thank you.
So I'd like to extend my thanks to my family, my father here. I thank you very much for all the help and support you provided me, and also to Mr. Mark Tamari for also all the support you provided to me, and also Mr. Tomei, you provided lots of help on my Eagle project. I really appreciate that. And I'd also like to thank the community for this award very much. And yeah, that'll be it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Adam. I would like to thank the community for this award, along with all my mentors and troop leaders. This is my father, my mother, Mr. Tomei, Mr. Chesno, etc., etc. So I'd like to thank everyone for being here and helping me achieve this award. Thank you.
Well, we saved the best for last, so I'd like to thank my family for giving me all the support through these many years of scouts, the other scouts in the troop who assisted me getting the ranks and cooperating under when I was in any leadership position, and the community for giving me the opportunities to do all these wonderful experiences that I was able to embark on through my many years of scouting. So thank you, everyone.
And the one thing I forgot to mention, troops give a lot to the community, but the community has to give and provide for the troop. And this troop exists because of our local PBA. All the troops have a sponsor. I'm not going to name them all in case I forget one, but whether they're churches, firehouses, there's people, places, organizations that step up and provide a place and some funding, excuse me, and resources for the troops to exist. So to me, it's part of that woven fabric of Franklin. We give a forum, organizations give a forum. Thank you to the PBA and all the other organizations that help the other troops. But people provide a forum. These guys go to work, they learn skills, parents are involved, and believe me, a lot of the parents make it happen, although it's a very independent work by the scouts, but obviously you need parental guidance in the background. So thank you to the PBA. Thank you for all the groups that are supporting the Boy Scouts. And if there's any troop, usually we don't get 5 Eagle Scouts. This is a culmination of a couple years when I found out that we had 5 in the last, I don't know how many, couple months or years, but I thought it'd be nice for them to be recognized. If there's any troop, you don't have to have an Eagle Scout. If you do something that you think is monumental, let us know, let the press know, let the council know. Obviously, if somebody obtains the rank of Eagle Scout, you're welcome to come to me, you're welcome to go to any council person, or the mayor can sponsor a commendation. But please, we want the town to be more aware of Boy Scout and the Boy Scouts to continue serving the town. So thank you very much, and congratulations, guys. This is really all about you when it comes to it. Congratulations on your accomplishment. And I hope our mayor's going to say something.
Very, very brief. What I liked is that they all thanked people because they didn't get here on their own, and they are now leaders of the community, and they will go on to be leaders of the community. This is quite a feather in your cap. You need to use your skills that you have learned well for the community. Thank you. I've always wanted to be Councilman Vassanella, and I had it for a moment there. Okay, we are now open for public discussion. Do I have a motion to, we're not open to it yet. We're about to move to public discussion. Do I have a motion to open to public discussion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. I see no discussion on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We will, in a moment, be open to public discussion. We are limited to 5 minutes apiece. No yielding of time. You may only come up once and may address any issue related to government. Please, anyone wishing to speak, please come up and state your name and address. And the first one up gets to turn the podium around. Mr. Dabrowski, demonstrating his fine physique.
Prestigious muscles. Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, residents of Franklin Township. My name is Wayne Dabowski. I'm the Chief of Staff to Assemblyman Joe Danielson, who tonight apologizes profusely for not being here because of ongoing health matters with his eldest daughter, Ava. And we thank everybody in the community for the continued prayers and well wishes. It has been an honor for our office in the last 2.5 years to represent the 17th Legislative District and to have worked so closely with residents of the community and the council members themselves. We want to look forward to 2017 with prosperity and well wishes, and we want to continue to tell the community at large our doors are always open. We have great coffee, we have donuts, we are a great walk-in center, we take emails, phone calls, text messages, and last year alone in Franklin Township, we assisted over 3,500 residents in this community in one way or another with about a 95% success rate. We are very good at what we do because we can walk on water in our office because we know where all the rocks are. So, as we always say in our tagline with Assemblyman Danielson, we're always at your service, and in 2017, we want to up our game even more. To the council, best wishes in the new year. To the citizens and the residents of the community, the same. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Connell.
Good evening. Bill Connell, 25 Spring Street. Congratulations to the Boy Scouts. Thank you to the parents for supporting this, as well as the kids for putting in the hard work. Congratulations on a full year of being a full Democratic council and doing pretty well, staying out of the newspaper pretty much. Congratulations. Mayor, I hope you enjoyed your first year as mayor. I was watching Star Trek Into the Darkness, and there is a scene where Kirk violated the Prime Directive, okay, and Pike is ripping him. And when he asked him what he learned, he said, "Never trust a Vulcan." You have to see the scene to really understand the joke there. But I think that whole scene kind of talks about your responsibility as a council and as a group where you need to keep the whole picture in focus at all times, keep the focus on the whole job, which you seem to have done so far. So congratulations and Happy New Year.
Excuse me, Bill? Was that the old version of Star Trek or the new one when they met
Into the
Pike?
Darkness? Into the Darkness is new.
Okay.
Or relatively new anyway.
That's new, and I take your point about the Prime Directive, but if you think about it, Star Trek wouldn't be a show if they didn't break the Prime Directive periodically. Anyone else wishing to speak, and I hope you have other science fiction lore to bring us.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I want to wish all of you and the township residents very happy and prosperous New Year. And it's been quite some time I come to this council meeting. My name is Upendra Chivukla. I'm a resident, 536 New Brunswick Road. I've been serving in the Board of Public Utilities for the last 2 years as a commissioner, and just wanted to offer our services from the Board of Public Utilities, any energy audits, and whether it's direct install programs, whether pay for performance, energy efficiency programs. We have several renewable energy grants. So I just wanted to let you know about that. I'm not here representing the board, as a disclaimer. I'm as an individual, a resident of Franklin Township, and a former councilman, mayor, and assemblyman. I'm here. I want to wish you all the best and keep up the good work. Godspeed.
Thank you very much, Commissioner and, of course, Assemblyman. Mr. Mettler,
Mr. Mayor, can I just get a word in, just real quick?
I'm sure you can.
Mr. Shivakula, I just wanted to thank you. You know, I dealt with the BPU a week and a half ago on an issue, and they were incredibly responsive. And it had really, I never mentioned your name, I will tell you, but they really were very responsive. Within a half an hour, I had an answer on an issue. So it was a very pleasant experience.
Councilman, Deputy Mayor, and you were mayor once as well.
Twice.
Twice?
Years ago.
You're way ahead of me.
Robert Mettler, 2303 Amwell Road, East Millstone, New Jersey. Charles, congratulations on your election.
Thank you, sir.
In November. Now, along with election comes citizens seeking redress or aid or what have you. And there is a catch basin, which our manager is very familiar with on Mettler's Road, which doesn't seem to work very well. And I noticed with the heavy rains that water was beginning to back up there. And the water's not a problem, but if that happens and it's freezing weather, then you get a sort of a sheet of ice on the roadway there. So if you could ask the manager to have somebody look at that catch basin.
I think you just did, Mr. Mettler.
Okay.
Okay, we'll look into that.
And yes, if the township fails, I will turn to the Boy Scouts and see if they can. It's quite possible. Have a happy New Year, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A stranger, if you would like to come up.
This must be the
Mr. Levine, perhaps you'd like to sit here, or Freeholder Levine, Mayor Levine, Councilman Levine, former Democrat Levine.
Yeah, actually that too. So I should echo Bill's words, right then?
Yes.
I'm Brian Levine, 8 Pusilla Lane, Somerset, New Jersey. So it's nice to be back here. I just wanted to say to all, congratulations and best of in the new year. I know you'll put your hearts into it and do the best you can, as always. And as I do get around the county, and it's a great place, but don't broadcast this to the other 20 towns. My heart is so much here, and I love this town, and I thank you for what you do and giving the time that you do. So I appreciate it. I hope to be working with you a lot on the good things we can do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kiana Miller, councilwoman in North Plainfield and the current president of the Somerset County Governing Officials Association. I just came by this evening to first introduce myself and to wish you, your residents in the governing body here, a blessed and prosperous new year. And I'm so pleased to see the Scouts. I'm so proud of all of you. Keep up the good work. Congratulations. Secondly, to the governing body, I would like to extend a hearty invitation to you to the Somerset County Governing Officials Association meetings. We meet on the second Wednesday of every month, and you should receive communications from your clerk. If you are not getting those, please let me know. Okay, awesome. So once again, Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What would a reorg be without Mr. Tibbs?
First of all, Johnny's Tips. What did you say about? I thought I'd better do just in case. First of all, Johnny's Tips, 25 Parkside. I want to congratulate the Boy Scouts, first of all, for doing a wonderful job. And I got a bunch of young men down in my end of town that's trying to join you guys as soon as possible. We're working on it. We're really working on it. You guys do a great job. And keep up the good work, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, last year, there was a lot of bumps in the year in 2016. We got some things done, preliminary started anyway. But I hope that this year that as Freeholder Levine had said, that he will always ready, willing, and able to commit himself to the youth and the people of Franklin Township. And I hope you guys hold him to the fire, because there's a number of things that we need in the township that I think you already know about it already. And I hope that this year we can save some more lives, young men's lives. And there has been some proposals out nowadays around in the area. And I hope that you guys always remember that the reason why you guys are there, each one of you guys, are responsible for the people that put you there. And that's all we ask, that you be responsive to the needs of the people that put you in office. And hopefully, you know, I will always be there to support you and help you in any way I can. And I hope that we have a great year this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Mr. Tibbs.
Seeing no one else come forward, Mayor, I will motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
Second.
Moved and seconded, seeing no discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Public session is closed. We are now on to item number 8, appointment of the 2017 deputy mayor. Do I have any nominations? Seconds are not required.
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Carl Wright for deputy mayor for the coming year.
I have a nomination for Carl Wright. Are there any other nominations? Then I shall close nominations. You have here that I'm supposed to move in second. I don't think I need to move in second. Pardon? Right. So I think we can just do a roll call. Madam Clerk, please call the roll for deputy mayor.
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Carl Wright?
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes, Carl Wright.
Councilman Wright? That's the last.
Mr. Wright, you must take the oath of office. You can't do that up there? They just moved you. They just moved you. Your name, please.
Yes, you have to.
You want me to say that at the end? Is that okay? Or you want me to delete that? Huh? Leave it out? Okay. Raise your right hand, left hand on the Bible. Okay.
Got confused there.
Repeat after me. I, Carl Wright,
I, Carl Wright,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
and
and to the governments established
to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
And I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Deputy Mayor of the Township of Franklin
Deputy Mayor of the Township of Franklin
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, dear.
I don't know about these guys. Give me. No, yeah, I gotta.
Do you want us to stay with you?
Yeah, stay with me. He took all my money, by the way. I want to thank my fellow council members for this beautiful honor of being elected deputy mayor. And on a quick note, I'd like to introduce my family. My wife of 27 years, Wendy, who is my better half, who keeps me on the leash, who, when I come home from these meetings, says, Carl, stop. Wendy. And by the way, when I say she takes all my money, trust me, she takes all my money. You'll get there too. This is my daughter, Braun, and my grandson, Sean II. And by the way, my daughter went to Tennessee State University. She took a quarter of my money. Keep that in mind. She took a quarter of my money. This is my middle. This is Carl Wright II. He's a graduate of NJIT. He took a quarter of my money. And this is Sterling. This is my youngest. She took half of my money. Now, she's down at Drexel, and I want to say I have my hands out, and that's called Alms for the Poor. So if anybody want to drop something in the bucket, please. I want to say thank you to my council members again because I appreciate the honor that you've given me. We might squabble, we might throw darts at each other, but we're all good people. We all try to serve the Franklin of Township as best we can. Sometimes we hit the beam, sometimes we don't, but at the end of the day, I get to hug and kiss everybody up there. So once again, thank you, and I'll give everybody up there a hand. To the residents of the 4th Ward, I won't let anything slip by. Nothing will slip. I give you my word. Nothing will slip by me. If I can help, please call me, text me, throw me a letter in the mailbox. Do whatever you need to do. Drop it off to Miss Anne Marie, our lovable clerk, Miss Anne Marie. And by the way, she's a, what are you, master? Master Township Clerk. So give it to her, she'll take care of business. Now, before I leave, it would behoove me to do something, otherwise they'll get me later. I would like to thank the former mayors here in attendance, former Mayor Shevakula, former Mayor Brian Metler, former Mayor and now freeholder Brian Levine. So y'all get your wave on. They already came up, but got to recognize them. And Miss Miller, Councilwoman from North Plainfield. I want to recognize you. You're lovely. You're here. You look better than all the other guys, so love you for it. That's about it. Thank you. Now y'all get the vote back. Now, when I get home, they'll lock the door and change everything on me, but that's okay. I love them still.
Thank you, Mr.
The Boy Scouts. My son is a former Boy Scout. And I want you guys to know you look good. okay? I want you to continue on the road, because there's one thing about the Boy Scouts. You're always, always on the beam taking care of business, okay? Now, if you're anything like my son, I know you're good. I know I'm going to love you. Congratulations to the Boy Scouts.
Benitez? Okay.
Mr. Mayor, once again, welcome aboard. Okay? Oh, man, you're going to do all that. I lost my seat?
The ceremonious taking of his deputy mayor's seat. And I just would like to acknowledge the excellent job done by our prior deputy mayor, Councilman now Chase.
Even if I didn't marry anyone.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Wright, we have to talk about marriages, weddings. Okay, number 9, appointment of the 2017 attorneys and auditors, and auditor. Item A. Do I have a motion, or this is a motion to appoint the township attorney for a 1-year term ending December 31st, 2017. Do I have nominations for the position of township attorney?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Louis N. Renon.
That's a nomination for Louis Renon. Do we have any other nominations?
You need a second.
We do not need a second for nominations. Do we have any other nominations? Hearing none, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
And that we can have a second. Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion on the nomination for township attorney? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Chase,
Yes for Lou Raynon.
Councilwoman Francois,
Yes.
Mayor Kramer,
Yes.
Councilman Oni Jaka,
Yes.
Councilman Prasad,
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman,
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Wright.
Yes.
Mr. Renon has the vote, and if, Madam Clerk, if you could swear him in.
Okay, Marie gets to that this time.
Are we not able to do these swearing-ins over
Wholesale.
there?
You should do the swearing in over there.
I, Louis N. Raynon,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
and I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
Township Attorney of the
Township Attorney of the
Township
Township of
Attorney of the Township of Franklin
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
We are now moving on to item B. Congratulations, Mr. Renon. Appointment of the litigation tax attorney for a 1-year term ending December 31st.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Jose Rivera Benitez from the firm of Shane, Schaefer, and Raffanella.
Thank you. Even though I hadn't yet called for it, I appreciate it anyway.
Took you too long, sorry.
I'm too slow, thank you. Are there any other nominations for litigation tax attorney? Tax appeals attorney. Hearing none, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Now that I have a township attorney, I'm going to call on you as parliamentarian. Since we have only one person nominated, can we vote by acclamation?
Yes, you can, Councilman.
Okay, thank you. So all in favor of the nomination, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The vote is carried. Congratulations. The next is item C, appointment of bond counsel for a one-year term ending December 31st, 2017. Do I have a nomination for bond counsel?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Everett Johnson.
Everett Johnson. Are there any other nominations? Hearing no nominations, I'd ask for a motion to close nominations.
So move. Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion, all in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nominations are closed, having only one nominee. All in favor of Everett Johnson as bond counsel, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Johnson. Is Mr. Johnson here?
No, he's not here.
Okay, all right. Item D, appointment of the Township Auditor for a one-year term ending December 31st. I entertain nominations for Township Auditor.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate John Loria.
I have a nomination for John Loria. Do I have any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion on closing of the nomination, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Having only John Loria nominated, we will vote by acclamation. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Congratulations, Mr. Luria. Appointment, we are now moving on to item number 10, appointment of municipal court judge, 2017 prosecutor and public defender. Do I have a nomination for judge? It is a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2019.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Hector Rodriguez.
We have a nomination for Hector Rodriguez. Do I hear any other nominations for judge?
I move that the nominations be closed.
Second.
Seconded.
I hear hearing no other nominations, and I have a motion to close and a second. All in favor of closing, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nominations are closed. Having one nomination for Hector Rodriguez. All in favor of Hector Rodriguez as judge, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hector Rodriguez, congratulations. You are now the municipal judge for a 3-year term. Item B, appointment of the township prosecutor for a 1-year term ending December 31st, 2017. Do I have a nomination for the position of township prosecutor?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Erica Inocencio for Township Prosecutor.
Are there any other nominations?
I move that the nominations be closed.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion, the councilwoman is enjoying stepping on my parade. Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion, all in favor of closing nominations?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Nominations are closed. Having only one nomination, we shall vote by acclamation. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Incencio,
Inocencio.
Incencio
Innocencio.
has been elected, and I understand she is in the room.
Yes.
She's here. Stand up. There she
And would
is.
you like to be sworn in? Okay, only one of you can be sworn in.
Yes. Yeah, I think because you always do. So you know. So this is a paper like
Terrific. Appointment for the for the associate prosecutor for a one-year term ending December 31st, 2017. Do I have nominations for the
Mr. Mayor,
for
yes, I nominate Bernice Jallo.
Ms. We have a nomination for Ms. Jallo. Are there any other nominations?
I make a motion that the nominations be closed.
Second.
Do we have a motion that the nominations be closed? And a second? We do.
Yeah.
So all in favor of closing the nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nominations are closed. All in favor of Ms. Jallo for Associate Prosecutor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Kevin Buchanan.
Motion is carried. Ms. Jallo is, congratulations, and I saw her, would you like to be sworn in now? Oh, very good. She'll get some more exercise for a township clerk.
Then you said Buchanan.
Oh, Buchanan, I'm sorry, Kevin Buchanan.
I hope you're wearing a, Fitbit. Madam Clerk, are you wearing a Fitbit? Because I think you've gotten 5,000 steps already.
Erica, no, see us. You can have that.
I, Bernice Jallo,
I, Bernice Jallo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and
to
allegiance
the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I will faithfully,
And I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties of Associate Prosecutor
Associate
of
Prosecutor
the Township of Franklin
of the Township of Franklin
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
We are now up to item D, appointment of alternate prosecutor for a one-year term ending December 31st, 2017. Do I have a nomination for the alternate prosecutor?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Kevin Buchanan. Buchanan.
Kevin Buchanan. Kevin, we have a nomination for Kevin Buchanan. Do we have any other nominations? Okay, thank you. Do we have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on closing nominations? See none. Having one nomination for Mr. Buchanan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Congratulations, Mr. Buchanan. The next is a motion for I'm looking for a motion, a nomination for the appointment of public defender for a one-year term ending December 31st, 2017.
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Dennis Osiello.
We have a motion. Mr. Tibbs, no seconds on nominations, but thank you. Are there any other nominations for public defender? Hearing none, do I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Nominations are closed. Having one nomination for Dennis Osiello for public defender. We will vote by acclamation. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Congratulations, Mr. Osiello, for probably the 30th year he's done that. And has done an excellent job. We are now on to boards, committees, and commissions, appointments, and resolutions.
Thank you.
The resolution number 17-1 through 17-4, as listed on the agenda, are presented to the Township Council for adoption. Do we have a motion and a second?
Motion for passage?
And a second?
Second.
A second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on these appointments?
Right here.
Yes. We will pass all four by acclamation or by vote? Okay. All right, so we will do all four of these by consent agenda, and so that's a roll call, Madam Clerk.
This is it here. This is us.
Councilman Chase?
Aye. Yes.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Oni Jaka?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor White?
I have one question. Our attorney could probably do this because I fell asleep on this one. There's a switch because Miss Chanel Robinson,
It's there.
you have it set?
Yeah.
Done deal. Yes.
Thank you. Council, so we just did appointments for the 2017 standing committees. That's a council appointment. Appointments for the 2017 council liaisons and representatives to the various boards. 2017 reappointment of members to various boards, committees, and commissions, and appointments of members to various boards, committees, and commissions. So those were the council appointments and the civilian appointments. It is now time for council committee reports and comments, council comments. And we can start on our left with Mr. Prasad.
Oh, council comments? Okay. We haven't had most of the meetings in December of the standing committees, human relations, land use, and others that will be held in January. So with that, I'd just like to wish everybody a happy new year, and thank you for all of you who served and volunteered. Our town wouldn't function without your help. So for your service in 2016, we thank you, and congratulations to all the 2017 appointees. We need more volunteers, so please fill out our citizen leadership form, and we would love to have you get involved in running this town. It is your town. Be part of it. My congratulations to the Boy Scouts, and just broad goals for 2017. We should be looking at some kind of a job training satellite program with the VOTEC as well as with our community college, and we have our freeholder here, so we look forward to working with him on that. And in addition to that, our interfaith group is working on the community cafe for our people who are unable to use the food bank supplies because they've lost their home. So the community cafe would have an internet and all those. So that's a whole concept that we're working on, and hopefully we can get that going. We'll continue to make progress on the youth center and the free medical clinic that we're trying to work with the Rutgers medical students in the areas. And of course, want to also congratulate Alex Karazi for getting the Franklin Reporter and Advocate Man of the Year for 2016. It's well deserved for all your work and service. And I want to thank Wayne Dabowski and Joe Danielson for all his support for our township and their service. And finally, want to recognize our freeholder Levine and our commissioner Upinder Chuvukla, seems like he's left, and of course Bob Medler, former mayor. So Thank you. Oh, there he is. Okay. So thank you for coming, and appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Prasad. Councilwoman Chanel Robinson.
Yes, we didn't have any meetings in the month of December since our last meeting, so I have nothing to report at this time. However, I would like to congratulate the Boy Scouts on a job well done, representing not only your families and yourselves as individuals, the Boy Scouts, and the Township of Franklin. So again, congratulations, job well done. It does my heart good and glad to see our young people actually being involved. So again, kudos to you. We have MLK Foundation has their breakfast on January 16th at the Doubletree Hotel. Breakfast beginning at 8:30 a.m. So please get your tickets. The website is mlkfoundation.org. Oh, and those of you who are in the room, if you'd like to buy tickets tonight, we have Gary Rosenthal that has tickets. Gary, would you please raise your hand? All right. Happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman Robinson. Councilman Chase.
I too wanted to recognize Alex Karazi for his Man of the Year award, richly deserved for all of the work he has done for interfaith understanding and general support of peace, as well as being a colleague on the planning board. And thank the Boy Scouts for the work they have done, particularly the Eagle Scout projects. We've had a number of Eagle Scout projects over the years, and particularly in our township parks. One word for Mayor Levine, former Mayor Levine, if he could twist the arm of the county engineer towards getting left turn lanes on South Middlebush Road at Jake's Lane and Cortelyou Lane so the traffic doesn't back up so when somebody needs to turn left into one of those streets. I know our manager has talked to the county about this, and the engineer just said no. So perhaps a little freeholder pressure might do some work. And my major objective for this year, as for so many other years, is to get the Little Rocky Hill water main fixed. And I hope that we can get past the objections of, in this case, the State Department of Transportation. I'm looking for the support of Assemblyman Danielson and Wayne Dabowski in getting that through that State Department. So, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Chase, and that'll teach you to come to our reorg meetings. Freeholder Levine. But he did write it down. He's listening. Councilman Basanella.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Dr. Karazi. I was not surprised at all when I saw that posted. You do work, you ask for nothing except for Franklin to pull together as a town and find a way to share in our common mission to live as good citizens, good residents of Franklin. So thank you, and it's well deserved. There hasn't been meetings, like was mentioned, the last several weeks because of the holidays. We have a lot coming up in January. I will be involved with Hamilton Street again, as I have been for many years, our advisory board. And some of you who travel that Hamilton Street corridor may have noticed they may not be gigantic, but they are new and very serious projects going up, which is mixed-use housing, offices, retail, the type of things we're hoping can really get Hamilton Street where it needs to be and make sure that the residents that are there are served well by the revitalization going on and are bigger, better part of the community even. Thank you, Freeholder Levine, for coming. I won't throw out a couple things out here that I'm going to ask you to work on, but I know we've discussed some and look forward to working with you. One other thing that the Boy Scouts are here tonight doing, I believe some of them are fulfilling one of their requirements for merit badges having to do with the community and citizenship and civics and that type of stuff. And this meeting's a little bit different, by the way. This is, although it's a regular meeting, we also have reorganization aspects put into this meeting. That's why it was called a reorg, along with a work session, a regular meeting. And although it may have seemed a little bit boring, when we nominated and appointed the people that we did, they are the people who, the prosecutors, the judges, the people who run our court system, which is integral to the town, plus the people who do our legal work and secure literally tens of millions of dollars of bonds. So, and on with these appointments. But I know it isn't the most glamorous thing, but these are serious appointments. And although we seem very jovial and in good spirits tonight, it's because it is a little bit different. It is our reorg and our first meeting of the year. But you're welcome to watch us on TV and perhaps find when we're not always fully in agreement in such a great mood. But we do work together well. We appreciate you guys coming here. We appreciate all the people that have come here, especially ones from other towns. And thank you, Mayor, and I look forward to continuing work, especially in the area of public works and infrastructure, and look forward to a good year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Vasanella, Councilwoman Kimberly Francois.
I also want to say congratulations to our Boy Scout troops. You make us all proud. Keep up the good work. Continue to do what you do for Franklin Township. I also want to say congratulations to all the people who got their appointments today, our new prosecutor in the back, our associate prosecutor, the others that are not here. It is very important, the work that they do for Franklin Township, and we do appreciate your service. This has been a very introspective time for me with this reorg, because when we talk about our reorganization and what our plans are for 2017, one of the things that I've been thinking about is I'm overextended in a lot of different initiatives in Franklin. So I plan on this year, I haven't told my colleagues, but I plan on this year somewhat scaling back on the Hamilton Street Advisory Board work that I've been doing since last year that took up a lot of my time. And this year I want to focus on the youth center that we plan on building. We just demolished 429 Lewis Street. We're about to go out for our RFP, request for proposal for a proposal for the design of the building, the programs we should put in the building, how we should design and build that youth center. And so I want to focus on the Franklin Youth Initiative, which I happen to be the founder and leader of, and really focus my energy and time on the youth center and the building of that youth center. So that's the vision that I'm going to put forth for myself this year, and scale back on Hamilton Street. I will go to some of the meetings, yeah, but I want to be clear about that. I did a lot last year with Hamilton Street. This year I'm going to scale back. And I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I wish you a very, very happy and prosperous and blessed new year. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Olichaka.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to use this privilege to congratulate the Boy Scouts. And I remember that I was once a Boy Scout, though not in America, but in my own country. I know what it is. Boy Scout is the same all over the world. I say thank you very much. And at the same time, I congratulate Benny and Professor Jalo. Thank you very much for the good job, too, and for your support for the African community. Thank you. My mayor, I want to use this privilege again to thank the law enforcement community for the whole job they did during these holidays. Their job was very, very fantastic, most especially in my ward. Everywhere was kept peaceful. So I use this privilege to thank the police under their command of their boss, Robert. So congratulations to the police too. Thank you. That's Mayor. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Sherman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Excuse me. Thank you to all of the young men here from the Boy Scouts and their leaders who are sitting here so patiently. It's a long meeting, sorry about that, but you have done us all proud and continue to do that. Thank you for what you've done. I'd like to send, I'm sure I speak for the council, our heartfelt concern for Assemblyman Danielson's daughter, who is quite ill, obviously, and he couldn't be here tonight. We thank him for his service, for everything he's done, and we certainly want the best for his family. I also want to just mention one program that I attended since the last meeting. It was put on by a young woman who came to the event here, our council meeting here the last time, Susan London. Susan, in conjunction with the Interfaith Council, worked on putting this event together. I believe she brought this young lady in from Brooklyn who is working on how to deal with situations when you are a bystander and there is something going on, obviously nothing violent, but something where insults have been put out to people because of religions or whatever other ethnicities. And she gave a list of some very helpful different ways you could handle them. So it's something we might be talking about more in the future, but it was a wonderful program for every one of us to learn from. And I just want to wish everybody a happy and a healthy 2017, and thank you for the opportunity to serve another year. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Sherman. Councilman Vasanella has asked for a second moment here.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mayor. Just in all the hoopla, I made note to acknowledge Bryce, who came up and sang a wonderful national anthem. I got caught up in what I was saying, I forgot, but I don't think he's here now. But thank you, Bryce. Another reflection of how our youth is just does incredible things in our town. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Councilman Vasanella and Deputy Mayor Wright.
Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, good.
With the greatest speech of his life. So very briefly, hopefully, I'd like to thank all of you for coming, all of the elected officials, former elected officials. I noticed our police union officials are here, and I appreciate their support for the town by coming here. I'd also like to express my wishes for Assemblyman Danielson's daughter and wish her well. Last council meeting, I did mention a news article about a 19-year-old woman in a subway who was assaulted because of her ethnicity. If you hadn't heard, that was a false report, not quite a false news story, but the alleged victim had made up the allegations, and I just wanted to correct the record on that. To a more joyful subject, I have 3 appointments that I make as mayor. To the 2 of them to the library board and 1 to the planning board. So to the library board, the 1-year position will go to a well-known name in this chamber, Mr. John Clyde. And the 5-year position will go to the person who was my last year 1-year nominee, Mr. Nicholas Campy. And then to the planning board, well, all of you got to congratulate Mr. Karazi for being Man of the Year, but I can give him something you can't, and that is the mayor's appointment to the planning board. Congratulations, Alex, for that. He served me well for this year, and I assume he shall serve me well again. And I look forward to having John Clyde on the library board in my hopes of finishing my project of getting the library board meetings televised. They spend about $3.3 million plus dollars of taxpayers' money, so I feel that their meetings should be televised, and I know all of council has expressed to me that they wish the sewage authority meetings to be televised. Their budget's around $14 million, and I did call all of the three, that one reappointment and two new appointments, and told them that that is something I and the rest of council are looking for them to do. Openness in government sometimes costs money, but is generally always worth it. And that concludes my comments.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor.
Knew it was too good to be true. Deputy Mayor Gray.
Councilman Vasanella, as a minor, I don't know, but he might not have wanted to put the finger on his son. But his son is a member of the Boy Scout troop, and I don't want to single anybody out, but that's his son over there. Councilman Vasanella, would you?
Scouts are all equal. My son is a member of the troop, and I hope he does well as part of a team effort.
Well said.
That's good. That's good.
And now I've got to find where my place. Boards. Ordinances on first reading.
Oh, you forgot me.
Oh. Or
As
not.
you're apt to do.
Or not.
Or not.
I'm sorry, yes, the
That's
township.
quite all right.
manager.
Mine is quick, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. I too would like to congratulate all the appointees tonight and thank the Boy Scouts for their efforts here this evening and all of their efforts to make our properties around the town better. And you do that on our open space properties, as well as recently here in the municipal complex as well. Those of you who see the new blue recycle containers that are outside all of our municipal buildings were done by an Eagle Scout, as an Eagle Scout project by actually one of our police officers' sons, who's in a troop in another part of town. Some housekeeping. It is Happy New Year to everyone, but it is also time for our Public Works Department to pick up Christmas trees. As a reminder to everyone, if you have Christmas trees that need to be put out curbside, you can do so. They will be picked up. Now, they were done today, and they'll also be done Monday, January 9th, and Tuesday, January 17th, and depending on how much more the Wednesday, the 18th, Christmas trees can also be dropped off at the convenience center on Berry Street at any time that the convenience center is open. Hours are posted on the website. There is no cost for that. Christmas trees can also be brought to Lot F in Colonial Park, which is where the Arboretum is in Colonial Park, and they can be brought there at no charge until January 31st. So if you need to get rid of your Christmas tree, that's the ways to do it. If we recycle those trees, as does the county, into mulch, so they'll all go to good use, whether you bring them to us or have us pick them up, or you bring them to the county. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Council discussion items, there are none. Approval of the minutes, there are none. Warrants, approval of the warrants. Warrants in the amount of $4,931,595.51. This says on December 30th.
That's when the bill list was done.
Okay. 2016 are presented to the Township Council for payment. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion or question on the warrants? Since we are spending money, we will call the roll.
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Onijaka?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Wright?
We are now on to the public hearings and adoption of ordinances on second readings, which we have none, and we have no first readings. So we are finally on to the consent agenda, and there will be an item pulled once I have a motion and a seconded. Items A through Q, as listed on the consent agenda of this meeting, are presented to the Township Council for adoption. Do I have a motion
So moved.
and a second?
Second.
So for discussion, we are pulling item number P for technical reasons. The clerk can fill us in on those technical reasons.
So the clerk is looking at me, and I will fill you in on the technical reasons. There was some duplication in the numbers that would far exceed what our budgetary allotments are for certain things, based on the fact that there are a number of different vendors under state contracts and county cooperatives. Unfortunately, it should not have been done as that large a number for each of those under certain categories. It should have been done in the aggregate. Well, in the aggregate, you would be approving far more than you should. So we thought it was in our best interest to pull it from this meeting's agenda and put it on the next meeting's agenda with the corrections.
Thank you. Are there any other items? Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So, Mayor, I'm going to ask that Resolution 17-13 on here as letter I, and Resolution number 17-19 on here as resolution letter 0 be pulled. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. To be voted on separately.
Okay. So, any other discussion? So, Madam Clerk, if you could call the roll on items A through Q, except for items I and O.
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Oni Jaka?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Wright?
And now, if you could call the roll on items I and O.
Councilman Chase?
Yes.
Councilwoman Francois?
Yes.
Mayor Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Oni Jaka?
Yes.
Councilman Prasad?
Yes.
Councilwoman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sherman?
Yes.
Councilman Vasanella?
Abstain?
Deputy Mayor Wright?
Thank you. So what just happened there was Councilman Vasanella had some conflicts on those items, and so as to not enter into a conflict, did not vote on those items. We have no resolutions to be voted on separately, no old business, and no executive session. So we are ready to adjourn, if I can have a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
And the second?
Second.
All, seeing no discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We are adjourned.